Hey all, it's Jess from Sunflower Dairy. Today we are out here. It is late October and we are out in the garden. I'm going to give you all a garden tour. We have had a few light frosts. We haven't had any actual freezing. We have had a few things like sweet potatoes have their leaves turned brown. So we're almost done with our warm crop growing season here in the garden, but we do have quite a few fall crops still going, so those will go up until the really hard freezes. But if you've never been here before, we are zone 5B, 6A, and every week we try to give you a garden tour, show you what we're growing, what we're harvesting, what we're planting. All right, so first off, I have some rutabagas in here. And y'all, you got to see the size of these rutabagas. Look at that rutabaga. If you've never grown these before, you can cook this just like a potato. You can, a lot of people will mash them or do them like a baked potato with these rutabagas. You can put butter, sour cream, all that on them, but they're pretty good. But look at that one, and then there's an even bigger one in here. Oh my word, that is massive. Look at the size of that thing. Look at that rutabaga. This is the rutabaga I just pulled. And then look at this one. Holy guacamole, that's like almost as big as my face. That is a massive rutabaga. All right, y'all. Bring you over, show you some of the trellises over here. Also, check out these dahlias. They're loving the cooler weather. Gonna have to dig these up before we get a freeze so I can save the dahlia tubers, so I can hopefully be able to save those and plant them for next year. Check out this trellis. Look at that. Lots of cucamelons still growing on here. And there's quite a few red noodle beans still growing up here as well. The calendula, it's getting a second round. I had this early spring, if you remember, there's calendula all over the garden. Well, I have my second round of calendula. I collect this and put it in oils to make salve. Really beautiful. These will go up until the first snowfall. Our bean trellises, all the beans, they're up here drying, saving those for seed for next year. There's quite a few onions still to harvest. Check out those little Brussels sprouts. And a whole lot of dino kale in here as well. Still have a few zinnias going strong. They're about done for the season. Swiss chard's doing good. Look at the color on this. Look at that beautiful Swiss chard. Just look at that color. Look at that kale. All right, y'all. Let's head over to a second garden real quick. It's sunset, so we're starting to lose daylight pretty quick. Still quite a few things growing over here. Still have a few cherry tomatoes, cabbages, quite a few green tomatoes they're starting to blush. Look at those gorgeous. Quite a bit of pineapple sage still going. Couple jalapenos in here, still need to harvest. And there's a bunch of tomatillos in here that we gotta harvest before we get a freeze so we can make some salsa. But as you can see, there's still a ton growing in our October garden. Check out all these ground cherries. All these are ground cherries. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this zucchini in the straw bale because, as you can see, this got some frost damage. So we have a zucchini from there, so that's pretty cool. All right, all. That's all for today. Thank you for coming along on this garden tour. Have a blessed day.